Blacksmiths, welcome to our first ever Forged in Fire Invitational Tournament. Gentlemen, you'll need every tool in your toolbox to win. Plus, maybe some of these.
Just as he's grabbing that thing, the anticipation, it's like, what's it gonna be? It's a car. It's crap from somebody's garden shed.
Some tools from our toolbox.
And it's like, okay, take a breath, look at it, pick something, and go.
And one more thing. You'll be using these. Good luck, Bladesmiths. Your 3-hour forge time starts now.
Historically, blacksmiths pretty much work with all kinds of metal, making so many different things. But no matter whether you're a blacksmith, armorer, or a farrier, what matters is your skill as a knife maker.
I need to cut the tops off these 2 cans so that I can forge weld them together. Leaving as much of the jacket as possible will save time, because I've seen so many people struggle with trying to get these cases off.
Oh, yeah.
If I don't get these to weld together properly, I'm just gonna have a ruined bar of steel, and that's it, I'm going home.
So it looks like Derek has his cubes welded together end to end, like building blocks.
Smart, because remember, he's got the canister material around the outside. So if he cut off the ends, he can stack them upright and forge weld them that way.
Do you trust that weld?
Solid weld, that's a solid weld.
I am really looking to try to pay for my wedding. We postponed our wedding for me to be able to do this. So here we are.
I go to start removing the canister. It just does not want to come off. I haven't even addressed the other can yet. I decide I'm just gonna try to grind off one side, leave the mild steel on, and expose enough of the hardenable steel so I have a good cutting edge.
Ain't gonna be my best work. Tony, just ground the can off the faces with an angle grinder. I think he's setting up for a forge weld right now.
Nice. He'll have a longer, thicker blade, more stuff to work with.
I abandoned one can because it didn't feel like it was welded up. So I've got these 2 that are pretty solid steel. I wasn't able to get the cans off clean, so I'm gonna weld them together with the cans on. Hopefully I can grind away enough steel to reveal that good steel. I'm feeling pretty good. Heated it, fluxed it. I'm moving forward. I'm forging the shape.
Carl is drawing that blade out quite a bit. Looks good.
Yeah, it does too.
As I'm starting to forge in the tip, I noticed that a couple of the welds at the very end are starting to fold open. I've got to get these things closed up or it'll just fail. So I have to make a quick decision rather than a perfect decision.
Got to be able to problem solve on the fly.
So I decide to cut off 1/4 of an inch of that steel at the edge. I'm just going to have to forge the tip again.
Charlie's second can is underneath this forge over there.
I've got 1 canister at this point, but I know there's nowhere near enough material there to make a knife to meet the parameters. So I grab a leaf spring and then sandwich those on either side. The easy part is what I've been doing so far, and now I've got to start hammering. All right, my ass is melting down. I got to start making something look like a knife.
The pressure is just about getting to me. I still need to get my tang thinned out. I know I need to kick her up a notch.
The preparation time they took, they were very meticulous about their steel and everything else, but kind of works against them when you're in a time competition.
There we go. There's a quench right there from Carl.
It feels like it's pretty good. I don't hear a tink. I don't hear a crack.
It's like Tony just quenched. There you go, Derek quenched.
My blade is ugly. It's nowhere near where I would like. I've got a little bit of what looks like cold shuts along the top edge and the bottom edge. The top edge is that backside of that mild steel from the canister.
5 minutes, Blacksmiths! 5 minutes!
I am definitely concerned about the quench. The clock is ticking ridiculously fast. I'm feeling really, really nervous. You're a mother. I hope I have enough time. It's gonna be close. Really close.
Charlie waiting until the last 3 minutes to make this happen.
I've got to get this thing into the quench.
Charlie's put himself in a corner, because once he quenches, he's just going to be stuck with what he gets.
30 seconds!
Would I like my blade to be a whole lot better? Hell yeah, but it is what it is at this point.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmiths, shut down your machines, drop your tools.
This round is over. All right, blacksmiths. Now it's time for the judges to take a closer look at your work. Derek, you're up first. Please present your blade to the judges.
Well, Derek, I like the shape you have here. It's going to be a good chopper. The one thing that gives me the most pause, however, is the way you welded those two cans together. The seam runs from the blade to the spine right about at the place where most of the stress is going to occur. If this gets to testing, I'm interested to see how it holds up at that spot.
Carl, you're up. Please present your blade to the judges.
I like that shape. It's solid for a chopper. The only thing I worry about is there are some seams visible along the spine. The question is, how deep do they go?
All right, Carl. For a through tang, it almost looks like a full tang. I want to see a more defined through tang. But overall, I like the way it looks. Good job.
Tony, please present your work to the judges.
Well, Tony, on profile, I like the shape that you have. But when you look at it sideways, it's as thick on the spine as it is on the edge. That being said, though, it's a solid piece.
Thank you. Charlie, you're up. Please present your work to the judges.
Well, Charlie, first off, this is a great shape for a chopper. I like that you dropped the handle a little bit, but there's a cold shut. And that's a dangerous place to have mechanical issues.
Right up the spine of the blade, I can see a seam running this way, and again, a seam here. I have a little bit of a worry that that might come popping loose when you start grinding on this.
Blacksmiths, the judges have made their final decision. It's time for one of you to leave the forge. Charlie, your blade didn't make the cut.
Charlie, the multiple seams in your blade and that cold shut right at the junction of your tang could pose a serious risk in testing. That's why we're letting you go.
Charlie, it's that time. Please surrender your blade.
I definitely didn't want to go out in the first round. I didn't want to go out in the second round either. I wanted a spot at the blacksmith's anvil. From here, I go back to forging blades in my time, not in 3 hours.